What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good, man?
Love is all I have to give. Oh, love is all I have to give. Baby, love is all I have to give. 'Cause you know why? 'Cause I'm a special lover man. 'Cause you know why? 'Cause I'm a special lover man. Girl, you got my heart and it's plain to tell. Girl, you got my heart, so treat it very well. Please don't mistreat me, lady. 'Cause I ain't got no games. So don't play with my love, 'cause my love is real. It's like every move I make involves you, my dear. 'Cause girl, you're a part of me. I love our chemistry. So girl, come with your boy, baby, just hop in the ride. We gon' have some fun while we sippin' wine, and we gon' make good love tonight until we see the morning light. Oh, love is all I have to give. Oh, love is all I have to give. Baby, love is all I have to give. 'Cause you know why? 'Cause I'm a special lover man. 'Cause you know why? 'Cause I'm a special lover man. Come on, little mama, let me put your love to the test. Let's sit down and talk, baby girl, we can confess some bad things that we did before, so we can both make sure that it won't happen no more. Now we done got past all the burden, so it's time to smooth it out. I got that concentrated look, so just add water to me now, so you can enjoy me for years. 'Cause as long as you keep your water on, baby, I'ma handle my beer. It's me and you against the world when we be melting up the sheets. I'm about to beat you up, baby, 'cause your boy is the freak, and I'ma show you some things that you ain't having your plans. 'Cause I'm your super special, sexy lover, man. Oh, love is all I have to give. Oh, love is all I have to give. Baby,
What's good, y'all?
love is all I have to give. 'Cause you know why? 'Cause I'm your special lover, man. 'Cause you know why? 'Cause I'm your special lover, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It's your big homie, Big Bad, man. And it's the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, and I appreciate and definitely appreciate everybody, man. If you don't know, now you know, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. It's the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast. One of the only places online where you can get some real deal content that means something and that could help you out, on your day-to-day journey and your progress and process, Um, see the title. You see the title, man. You see the title. Okay. Yeah, so oh my bad, y'all. Yeah. So if you ain't knowing the topic of the title, a man, I said a man who chases a woman, a man who lives for a woman will never be happy. And what do I mean by that? What does that even mean? Why would you say something like that?
Appreciate and
Why would you say something like that, baby? Is that a bullshit statement, or where did that come from? Why would you say that? I'm speaking. I speak right. I'm speaking from a place of experience, and first and foremost, I'm speaking from a real man's perspective. I'm not coming from a boy's perspective. I'm not coming from a teenager's perspective. I'm not coming from a loser's perspective. I'm coming from a real man's perspective who who does what he's supposed to do as a man, who does what he's supposed to do as a father, who does what he's supposed to do in life. You get what I'm saying? I don't make excuses for shit. I don't make things up and try to make shit work the way I want it to work, or make it sound good because I wanted to say it. You know what I'm saying? It's not what I'm about. If you live your life and you want them, ooh, baby, baby ass, baby, what you want, baby? Ooh, baby, 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 ooh, baby, what you want to eat for dinner? What you want to do tomorrow? What you want to do this weekend? What you want to do? Ooh, baby, baby, baby. If you want them, ooh, baby, baby ass dudes, you're getting played, and you're going to get played, and you're going to continue to get played. A man, a real man, a true man, has to live in his purpose. A true man has to live in his purpose. A true man has to live in his purpose. A real man will never be satisfied or never be happy unless he's doing what he's supposed to do. You know, if you just live in life and you're trying to cater to a woman, and your existence, your focal point is her, she's gonna play you, you're gonna lose her, and you're not gonna have her. Because I'm gonna tell you something about women. And it's not all women, but I've been with a lot of women in my life. I'm definitely a ladies' man, and I understand women for the most part. When a woman's love is situational and conditional. Traditionally speaking, a woman's love is situational and conditional. AKA, a woman will be loyal to you and do you good as long as she feels security and feels if she feels like it's worth it or worth her time. AKA, it's situational, it's conditional. If a woman feels like you're cheating on her, or it's like a double-edged sword too, because they got to know you're getting women, but then they don't want you to play them and have multiple women at the same time as you have them. So they like to know that you're getting women, or potentially could have any woman you want. But then if you're doing it, then they don't like it. So what I'm saying is, if a woman's love is conditional, meaning like if you weren't paying the bills, if you wasn't making her feel 100% secure, if you're not making her feel like she's the only one and shit like that, she'll go out there in the world and get that attention or get what she's lacking from you from another man. You would almost think of it as like a disloyalty type of thing, but then at the end of the day, it all boils down to conditional love, conditional circumstances. Like in the wild, all right, let's break this shit down from the root of the shit. In the wild, what determines if a woman mates with the dude, or if the male gets to mate with the female? What determines that? In the wild, the male has to be dominant. He has to be powerful. He has to be protective. He has to be an alpha male. He has to be the cream of the crop in order for her to submit and bow down and lay down for him to let him impregnate her. And it goes simply as that. The man will fight the next strongest contender male of his species to compete for a certain woman. Say if he see a bad bitch, like a lioness, right? She's beautiful. He looks at her. He likes everything about her. He likes how she smells. He thinks she'll be a good potential mother. He goes through the village, and he got to go through and check. He's not from this pride, so he's coming from another town. He's coming into this town, and he's got to check and fight all the males in the town to prove that he's worthy to have that woman. that goes the same just for humans, for men. We might not have to fight and kill, which a lot of times we do have to fight and kill for women because that's just how it goes. But we might not have to quote unquote fight or kill for her nowadays. But we do definitely have to compete. You do definitely have to provide, aka pay, and make her feel secure. A woman still has to feel like the man's gonna hold her down if something happens. She still has to feel secure and protected and all that thing. So there's no difference between the wild woman of nature, and there's no difference between the woman, civilized woman of society. There's no difference. The innate the want the want for her to feel like you protecting her and holding her down is it's the buck, it's the standard of all of it. Even like this, a woman gets turned on when a man, and this is some weird shit. It's some weird shit, but I've been with some dysfunctional women. They get turned on if you check them and put them in their place. And you should not ever have to really do that, because a woman should already know where her place is, and she should already know where she stands dealing with a man in a relationship. She should already know this and have this understanding before she gets into a relationship, aka she should already be a woman. But I've had women who've got turned on when I had to check them. Like, hey man, cut that shit the fuck out right now. Stop that attitude. They be like, oh, I like when you talk to me like that. Good. And you be like, what the fuck? I was reprimanding you, and that turned you on. But that's the nature of a woman. She needs to know that her man could secure her and have her straight. I understand that. I understand it. You know, it's like this. You wouldn't want to make babies with a dude or mate with a dude or procreate with a dude if you felt like he wasn't going to protect your babies or hold you down as a woman. You wouldn't want to. It's just like a man. We shouldn't want to mate and procreate and be with a woman just for, unless she had the potential or motherly attributes. Like, if a woman has some womanly, motherly attributes, that would make a man want to lock her down and be with her. But now we're living in a time where that shit doesn't matter, because people are so off balance from what things are, or from what nature has intended us and how nature has set up for us to live, aka the blueprint of life, you know? So many people are going against the blueprint, and they can't, and they don't understand why they not getting good results. You know, you got women for so long who looked at us as the men and they were jealous of our position in society, not realizing we have to work, we have to die, we fight for this shit. We do major sacrifices to keep our positions in society, or even to get the little bit of respect we do get in society, let alone being a man, let alone being a black man. So they looked at us like, I want to be free. I want to come and go as I please. They thought, see, everybody thinks something's sweet till they have to experience it. See, everybody want to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga. Everybody want to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga. Meaning, they thought it was cute how dudes were sticking and moving and coming and going with multiple women and bouncing around and playing survival, because the dudes that they're dealing with who living like this, those Pookie Ray Ray bum ass men, the dude who think with their dingling, those type of men, the Pookie men, they have to survive off of multiple women. They have to bounce around and have multiple women because they're not adequate or sound enough as a man or solidified as a man, so the woman cannot respect them. They can't get the respect they want, so they have to get it in different ways, aka bouncing around, getting little pieces from different women, aka beating a woman into submission, aka disrespecting a woman into submission, aka manipulating the woman into submission. See, the coward man, the weak man, has to use manipulation, fear, and those type of tactics to get the results out of a relationship or a woman that he wants. But the real man doesn't have to do all that stuff, and the real man uses his mind, his diplomacy, his words. But in this world, a lot of times that gets mistaken for weakness, because the women that, like I said, the men that the modern women think that they want and what they're looking for, they're the no good men. They're the men who got the dick and the time. Like, not necessarily the dick. They got the time they got the time to entertain them. They got the time to pull up whenever they want. They got the time to argue with them. They got the time to be on the phone with them. So these dudes are easily accessible. So these dudes is in higher rotation. AKA they're out fucking because that's all they got. It's hard dick and bubble gum. They don't have no money. They don't have no skills. They don't have no resources. They don't have a house. They don't have a car. So they gotta bounce around with the woman, with the car, with the house, with the this, with the that, with the money. They gotta do that. That's called survival. And that's what the losers of society do. They play survival. But the losers of society has tainted so many women, and it gave people a bad taste in their mouth, and that's why we're at where we're at today, where we don't trust each other and all this and all that, you know. But it all goes back to you as a man realizing that you have to stay in your purpose, aka you have to do what you're good at and stay on your task. If you're getting money, you have to get your money. If you have a business, you have to work your business and make and your woman in your life should compliment you for what you are and who you're doing. You should never have to compliment a woman on what she wants, or you should never have to you should never make the woman's needs the forefront to your life, because like I said, a woman's love is conditional. If a woman feels like you're being cheating on her or something, she gonna go out and cheat, and she might cheat with somebody. See, it works. I'm not demonizing women because I love women first and foremost. I just calling it how it is. See, the thing about it is, a lot of people are not in position to speak on shit because they're not in position. A lot of people ain't in position to speak on women as a whole because they ain't been with enough women. A lot of people aren't in a position to speak on men because they're not doing right as a man, so they can't speak on these situations. But somebody who's tried, tested, and true and experienced and lived it can tell you and teach you about it, because nothing's greater experience than teacher. I mean, nothing's a greater teacher than experience. Nothing. So, like I was saying, these women, I mean, a man who chooses to keep a woman on his forefront, like, I'm gonna take you shopping, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. As soon as you can't do one thing that you're doing for her, she's gonna fall away and go to the next. See, now everybody's loyal, right? Let me show you. Let me prove something to you. They might say, no, it's loyal women out there. They hold their man down, this and that. But get what? If you go to war today, and you can, and all of us can testify to this. If you go to the military today and you join the military and you're gone, fuck going to war. You join the military and you go to basic training for 6 months or 5 months. If your woman can't come with you, it's going to be a nigga in your bed on the 3rd month. If she can't come with you for you to physically satisfy her, she's going to have a man in your bed within the next 2 months. Because for whatever reason, unless a woman's living the true nature of her purpose, unless she's really a good woman on her shit, they're pleasure creatures. Majority of women are pleasure seekers. They're pleasure creatures. So they seek pleasure. They seek happiness. They seek to be hit with dopamines and shit like that. They seek that shit. It's like a drug for them. You know, dudes are like this too. I understand there's dudes who vibrate a little bit lower than they're supposed to. But at the same time, a man who's on his purpose knows he got to do what he got to do first, then everything else comes second, third, fourth, and fifth in the line. But if a man is chasing a woman, if he's chasing pussy, if he's chasing a woman, chasing skirts around, he's never going to get to where he's supposed to go as a person, and never going to get to his fullest potential as a man. And then what's going to happen? The woman's going to leave him anyway, because when she's truly, definitely realized that there's no potential for growth in this man, she's going to seek the man who she wants. She's going to seek the man who has the most for her, that she can get the most out of. And that's nature that tells her to do this. So all you simp ass coward dudes, you can't be mad at women who want to be pampered and spoiled and all that bullshit, because that's their fucking nature, you know, to a certain extent. It's like, even my daughter, if I don't do something and keep her happy, it could be one thing I could not do. Everything I did positive for her goes out the window. My ex, all of them, any woman I ever been with, you could do everything in the world, but as soon as you do one thing, they feel like you didn't do nothing for them. And of course they come back around, but at that moment, if that one thing didn't get done, the whole world collapses. And that is the nature of a woman, because they're emotional creatures, and that's okay. It's okay that they're emotional. We're more emotional, because humans are all emotional, but a woman is more emotional than a man in nature, because they live and deal in feelings. Man deal in rationality and reality, more or less. So if you understand what's going on, you won't be mad at the women for goddamn for doing what they do, and you know, wanting to be taken care of and shit, but you can't blame them. Yeah, I appreciate you, BH, man. I know I'm correct because I'm living it. I'm the true living testament. What's good, bro? I'm the true living testament that this shit is really like this. You know what I'm saying? It's really like this. Oh, y'all tweaking, bro. Hold up. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna be right back. Give me a second. Hey man, I love you, bro. Be safe. Yes, sir. Can y'all hear me? I'm so sorry, man. I appreciate y'all for bearing with me, man. Uh, just one thing, men and women, men and women are the same players. Few people such as yourself and myself are different, old school. Yeah, no, for real. Uh, big man, in, close the door. Yeah. I'll say this thing about being old school though, man. Old school is what it in to the spot. He's going to the house. Go in. Thank you. Yeah, by being old school, it's the best thing to be is old school, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Best thing to be is old school because when you stick to the code, ain't nothing changed but the days, man. Ain't nothing changed but the days, man. Men and women ain't changed, man. Ain't nothing changed but the days, man. I'm just being real with you. Ain't nothing changed but the days, man. I wish y'all realized and I wish y'all could see those dudes, even the money dudes who, oh baby ass dudes, right? Even the dudes with a lot of money who got access to all the women and shit. The ones who pay for the women and all that shit, that's because they're losers and they don't have they don't have the quality of life that they could demand what they want from a good woman or from a woman. You know what I'm saying? They could never attract the woman that they want. So they pay for one that they look like they want. And that's very sad because that shit fucked the game up too, because it's just a fucked up game out here, y'all. If you don't understand, it's just a fucked up game. If you don't understand, like, women, I think everybody's become more aware. We're living in times where everybody's more aware now. Everybody knows their power. And that shit is getting dangerous because it's almost like we're at a standoff with each other because nobody wants to be in their true nature. The men don't want to be men and the women don't want to be women. And then we got monkey wrenches in the game, you know, sexuality, shit like that, and all these monkey wrenches in the game. So it's like we can never get it right. You know, but the real men, like, I'm be real, like me, I don't have problems with women. I don't have no problem with communicating with a woman. I don't have no problem with none of that because I know my place as a man. It's just nowadays you start talking to a woman as a man and you talk not and dominant. Nah, it's just knowing your position, knowing your power, knowing your place in life, knowing your role and playing it. That shit is dangerous. A lot of women can't handle that shit. And I don't understand that shit, you know. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what it's going to take because in the foreign countries and in other countries, women are in their element. They're living in their element. So things just don't fall apart. But in America, like I was saying earlier, the women are competing with the men and they've seen us doing our thing for so long. Now they trying to do what we've done and it doesn't work because men and women are the same, but we're not. Our bodies can't do the same things. You know, you can put your body through whatever you want to put it through, but our bodies are not intended to do the same things. A man cannot bear a child. The man carries the seed of life. The man carries the child in his testicles, but the woman has to carry it. You know, she has to cultivate it and nurture it and carry it. The man just gives it to her. So it's we need each other, but we live in so counterproductive to life. Only, you know. Let me ask y'all this: how many successful relationships do y'all know? How many successful relationships do y'all know? I'm talking about celebrities. I'm talking about anybody. How many people are still together? I'll wait. It ain't too many. You get what I'm saying? And you know why? with the ideologies and the thought processes that America has given to women and men, like feminist agendas, equal rights, and all these different things that have put us in a different ideology thinking process. Now we don't know who we are as a people. Now we're not fulfilling our roles. And when somebody's living and not fulfilling their role, it'll go counterproductive to nature. I do know several. If you take the older population, at least, yeah, facts. That's good. And I was gonna say though, before you said that, I was gonna say the only people who do have relationships nowadays is them old timers, because you know why? They understood duty over beauty, duty over fun, responsibility over happiness. They understood that. See, a lot of people still don't think like that. When you get married, the vows, when you take those vows, you might have your own wedding vows. You might wrote your own wedding vows. But when you're getting married, they say, for better or worse, for thicker or thin, through death do you part. And some more shit they say. But it says for better or worse, for thicker or thin, to death do you part. And you're supposed to make an oath in that shit. You're supposed to have made an oath. And even oaths under law, under God, don't even mean that to humans no more. Because we have free will, there's very few people who have the self-control to do the right things. Because we have free will, let me say that again. Because we have free will, there's very few people who have self-control to do the right things. That's the sad part. Because you could do bad or you could do good, you choose to do bad. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So it don't even make sense, man. Why would you want to be bad in a world where everything is so bad? Well, I guess that's why. That's why. Because misery loves company, and I guess people see that that's the normal thing, is to be like the way. Yeah, I guess that's why. I guess people are just that easily influenced. Because my moral compass tells me, when I see this shit in the world going on, my moral compass tells me it's other shit going on that's more important. My moral compass can say, up distraction, up bullshit, up fake, up real, up reality, up I like this, up this is what's more important for me. This is what's needed for me. This is what's needed for my children. Like, thank God I have that mind for discernment, and I pray I don't lose it. That's why I'm gonna keep my mind sharp as a damn sword, because I don't want to ever lose my mind, you know. But those men who pay for sex, they pay for butt lifts. Hold on, what it said? Well, it kind of does make some sense. We was all born in the sin. I don't believe in we was all born in the sin, bro. I don't believe in none of that, because that is, that's that satanic part of the Bible that people don't understand. The people who are born in sin were the people who were born like children of rapes and shit like that. Okay, then that's born in sin. You know, but if a child and a man and woman conceived, and God saw fit for the child to be born into the earth, how could that be a sin? The child doesn't know a sin until you show them a scary movie. They don't know a sin until you show them a police camera footage where somebody's getting killed. They don't know a sin until you teach them to cuss. A child doesn't know nothing when they come out. They have the blueprint of their mom and dad software in their brain, but they don't know how to do anything until they develop. And whatever you teach them and show them is what they develop into. It helps gear what the direction that they develop in, you know. So I don't believe in that child born in sin shit. I don't believe in that shit. That's for those people who go out and have one night stands and didn't know the bitch or love the woman or love the man. You know, everyone lies at least once. That's what, you know, why people lie at once, because that's when the only reason people lie is to try to fit into a bullshit society. The only reason people lie is because they feel insecure, inadequate, not enough to fit in, not good enough to fit in the confines of society. So guess what they do? They tell a lie to fit in with the confines of society. It don't make sense, does it? Nobody has to lie. I haven't lied, consciously lied. If I was misinformed and I said the wrong thing as a fact, that's not me lying. That's me being misinformed. But I have not consciously lied since I was a young 20, in my 20s. I haven't lied in over 15 years. I haven't lied in over 15 years. That's why I'm the one nobody wants to speak to on the phone. I'm the brother that niggas don't want to talk to on the phone. You know why? Because Betty's gonna tell you what you need to hear instead of what you want to hear. Betty's gonna tell you what's best for you instead of what you feel like you want to hear. I'm not gonna give you that queen king speech, because everybody's not kings and queens. There's poppers and jesters and court and all this shit. You know what I mean? Jokers and jacks and all that shit. Everybody's not the same. We're not equal. We're not. A man is not a woman. A woman is not a man. A man cannot be a woman. A woman cannot be a man. You can transition and legally do some shit under the laws of the United States of America, but inside, and that's no shade or disrespect to the ABCDE community. You know why? It is what the fuck it is, baby. Statistically speaking, we need more couples. Statistically speaking, we need more families. But they tell you we're overpopulated, and they tell you we're in a decline and this and that. We need more. But we don't need shitty people just to breed and procreate and do the nasty and make nasty babies. No. We need people, conscious people like us, to make conscious decisions and conscious families, and people to play their roles of consciousness and be who they're supposed to be, so the people and societies before and after them could be aligned and feel good and be complete. Because you could fuck up your you could come and fuck up your family name and your timeline right now if you want to, but it won't look good on your deed book. It won't look good when you die. You can come around. Let me say that again. You can come around and fuck up your family timeline, aka live selfish and single. Because I'm going to tell you, selfish and single is good in your 20s and 30s when you're hot and unbothered. But when you get 40, 50 and you get hot and bothered, that ain't going to be cute no more. I don't believe children know why they would or would not sleep with the opposite sex. Trying to. What do you mean by that? Because children don't really know nothing. If you teach them if you teach a child some weird shit, they're gonna do weird shit. If you teach a child to do the right shit, they'll do the right shit. You know, and then they might try some weird shit, but I find it sick that adults try to change children's. Yeah, me too. It's insanity. A child, you shouldn't even talk about the birds and the bees. See, now that's old school. You shouldn't talk about the birds and the bees with your child until they start getting to that age where their interest starting to see. When you talk to your daughter about this shit, like my daughter's 9, she's about to be 10. I know she likes little boys and shit, but when you start seeing that they're interested in boys and shit like that, that's when it's time to start talking about boys, birds, and the bees. You know, you don't talk to a child about nothing like that when they're under the ages of all these 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all that. Man, I don't even talk about no kids with that shit, because your ass better be learning how to read, write, and listen. You know, and do some math and shit. Like, what's wrong with you? It's insanity, man. You're not supposed to have adult conversations with children at all. See, children are not sleeping around. To understand if they want to be two BTO, sleep with the same or opposite. Hey, man, I don't know who teaching them. Well, I do know who's teaching the kids that. They're teaching the kids that stuff, but kids, that's why parents you have to keep the moral complex in it and God in it, because sex is a very metaphysical and spiritual thing. It's the transfer of two people's energies. It's the unification, the oneness, the bringing two people as one of their energies. Now it's materialized. It's compartmentalized. It's itemized. It's like a piece of pussy. I want some pussy. Not, I want a woman. I want some pussy. Girls, I want some dick. Not, I want the man. I just want some dick. And yo, love you too. Not I want a man. I want a husband. I want some dick. And then what does that do to us? It gets them to the point where they buy a toy dick. It gets dudes to the point where they go buy a piece of pussy on the street. Yeah, adults are supposed to know better, but I guess I'm one of them old responsible ass, call it how I see it guys now. You know, when you're younger, you be like, man, he need to shut up. You're telling people, hey, that's not cool. I like music. I like sex. What you mean? Stop telling the hoes not to fuck. I never said don't have sex. I said it's terrible. It's just terrible. But as far as dudes, as far as a man, when you're trying to live to keep a woman happy, if you go to prison, she's gonna fuck somebody else. If you say you get with a woman in sex A1, everybody already know you get comfortable and used to each other sexually and all that, and then it starts getting slack. That happens. Like, sex only goes but so far. Pussy and dick only goes but so far. You know, if you ain't trying to make a baby with it, it's not so many things you could do. You can put it in 1, 2 holes, 3 holes, whatever you got, she got. And that's pretty much all you could do. But it's for what it is the good connector. That's what it's for. But once you overdid it and got through your honeymoon phase, that shit becomes nothing after a while. So get what? Then they want to get a new feel. The dude, he wanted to get a new feel, instead of just saying, hey, let's be together. We gonna do this together. I'm gonna please you. Yeah. So instead of everybody just being grown and saying, hey, we really need each other to survive this life, I'm gonna put my resources with your resources. What I got, even you got more than me or I got more than you, it doesn't mean nothing. We're gonna put this shit together, put it in a pot, and we're gonna live together and within our means and within our budget, and make conscious, wise decisions as adults. And we're gonna have fun. We're gonna take care of each other. We're gonna make good love, all that. What's wrong with that? That's a good, responsible, healthy adult relationship. The typicals of it. So, hey man, I don't understand what people gonna do. I don't understand, man. If you still out here trying to cater to these women, you're gonna get heartbroken, and she's gonna cheat on you, bro. She's gonna fuck your boy. Mm-hmm. She's probably already fucking your boy. You know why she fucking him? Because he don't do nothing but say, "Shut up, turn around." And they like that rough. They like the women, like adventure. They like all that shit, bro. Like, don't underestimate. Stop underestimating women. Dude's like, she would never cheat on me, man. My girl loyal. Nigga, she'll be, hey, your homeboy bouncing around the house. And you'll come home and she'll give you a little real quick and easy, get you up out of there for the night. Because she done got bounced around all evening. Now you got to wait 3 days to get some more. Hey, this is how it go, man. Yeah, this is how it go, man. They could be like, bro, I sent my girl out of town, bro, I paid her for her to go on a trip. She used your money and she went and got bounced off by another dude. And get what? Come back and bought you a hat and a pair of jeans with your money. And used the hotel to get bounced around the hotel, but by Leroy. Leroy bounced ass all around the goddamn hotel. Come on, man. It ain't rocket science, man. The best thing a man could do is protect himself is get on his shit. Get on your shit, man. No. Heck no. Get on your shit. Be a man. Be on your purpose, man. If you lose focus, catch yourself, man. Don't slip. If you fall, get yourself up, keep running. If you think she won't cheat on you, once you start nutting quick and once your body gets in the baby making mode, because women don't realize something. There's a such thing as called bonding. Once a man becomes bonded with a woman, he starts wanting to make a baby with her. And then he starts coming quick. And that's what that is. And I'm not one of them. It's happened to me, but I'm not one of them niggas. I'm just saying. That's what that is. When a man's his body wants to make that baby with her, his body will get up in there and just black out. You know. Also, too, dudes have fucked themselves over playing with themselves too much and made themselves whack too. But you know, what happened with your relationship, if you don't mind me asking? Oh man, let me tell you what happened in my relationship, and I really not supposed to really be talking about it. Let me see. When you're a structured man, right? When you're a big bad, right? I'm just gonna give it from my perspective because when you're a big bad, I guess when you're structured, a man of structure and shit, when you have like you have your shit in order, it can be boring. It can be boring to a female, probably, right? Probably pretty much can be boring. Structure and routine is boring. Success is boring. And I'm not like rich and successful. That's not what I'm saying. But Kraft macaroni and cheese, tissue rolls. This Scott Tissue Company, they're making tissue all day. There ain't nothing cool about that. Ain't nothing cool about macaroni. That's just a successful thing is strategically and steady, you know. So I guess for me, and be short as I can, you know, motherfuckers damn cheated, and once you cheat on me, I'm a loyalty type. So once the loyalty is broken, I can't really feel the same way. And then we had messed around after she cheated, we had another baby. And then after my third baby, I was like, well, shit, I might as well just try to make it all in, you know. But then just shit like that. And I'm gonna tell you, man, women, bro, if you got a woman, see, my woman was one of them social media type chicks. She was popping on Facebook famous and all that type shit. And she was beautiful. See, when you have a beautiful woman is like a crackhead for attention. Women are some women, let me say that. Some women are addicted to attention. And pretty women are addicted to attention. A pretty woman needs to be told she's pretty because she knows she's pretty. So you have to stroke a pretty woman's ego. So me, I don't do all that shit because I'm not babying nobody. So if you go so long without stroking somebody's ego who wants it to be stroked, and then these niggas on social media are stroking it, they probably gonna let them stroke the pussy in real life. And long story short, I had to just get custody, get custody of my kids and shit. So it's a lot happened with that shit, man. It's a lot that happened with it. A lot I can't talk about. A lot. It's a lot. But I say, if you stand firm as a man, do what you're supposed to do, stay on your square and do your due diligence, you can definitely get your children. You can definitely raise your children. You can do whatever you need to do. Because children are a man's children. Children are not I'm gonna be real with y'all. A woman's only loyal to the children as much as she's loyal to the man. A woman don't give a fuck about the children if she don't give a fuck about the man. A woman don't give a fuck about the children, even if they fucking love them. Even if a bitch loves them, they don't give a fuck about the children if they don't give a fuck about the man. You didn't see that that young black girl last month who just, or 3 weeks ago, who just beat her baby to death because her man wouldn't be, or baby daddy didn't want to be with her no more. So she killed his daughter because that's not her child. That was his child. So y'all don't understand what in the Bible it says: the children of Ham, the children of Jacob, the children of Isaac, the children of Bethlehem. Those are the men. The men are the fucking childs. The children are the men's. The mother's just supposed to nurture and do her job. It's not all. See, I'm trying to tell y'all something. When you're speaking from a place of reality and perspective, these are my situational circumstances that happened to me. So this is my reality of the women that I've dealt with. I haven't dated with all women, of course. I only been with like 20 some women in my life. 30, maybe 20 some women. It's not even that many. And so of course I haven't. I can't speak on all women. I'm not doing that. But I'm generally know what the fuck I'm talking about. I generally know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about because I've been doing this, and I'm a ladies man. I talk to ladies every day. Every day I talk to women, and they ain't changed. Ain't nothing changed about them. Now they're getting more desperate for love now because the world's getting worse. And I'm gonna tell you, why do you think I'm on here talking about this? We have to do something about this, y'all. We cannot let this go, keep continuing to be like this. We can't. Can't continue to let love slip through our fingers. We can't continue to not be in our roles as society. Hell yeah. Let me read that so people could hear when they read. Okay, you said let me see. BA say, you are a good dad and you will reap the rewards. Your daughter is going to find a good man because of you. Hey, look, my daughter told me all the time, she said, I'm going to be a good mom. I'm going to be a good wife. I'm not going to do what this person did. I'm like, y'all don't understand. My daughter said, she said, when I get older, I'm going to have kids and I'm going to be a good mama. She said, Daddy, she says all kind of shit. I mean, you can't even imagine the positive praise I get from my kids, the positive affirmation I get from my kids, you know, that I'm doing the right thing for them. You know, this is the best day ever. They say that almost every day because that's how I keep them on their toes for thankfulness and happiness and respect and, you know, appreciation and shit like that. I tell them that there's people without, and I show them that there's people without. So when they have what they have and I buy them toys and I buy them things that they have, they realize that other people don't have nothing, you know. Of course, she will. She will. She's not gonna accept no bum thug nigga, no dirty ass, ding-a-ling ass gangster nigga. None of that. Nah. My baby's gonna get her a good man. But long story short, man, y'all better realize. It took me. I'm gonna tell you what. It took me a long time to realize women wasn't perfect. I used to think women were perfect my whole life. I didn't know women were as human as they are. Let's just say that. I used to think women was like perfect next to God, like perfect. No cheating, no stinking, no pooting. I didn't even think women pooted. I didn't even think women used to take shits. That's how perfect I thought women was. I didn't even thought women take shits. And I didn't realize that till I seen my mama taking one when I was like 10 or 11. I didn't even know, man. I'm telling y'all, man, my mom was a great mom. So I grew up seeing a great woman, a beautiful, great woman, you know, who did her thing. And I had a strong father who wasn't perfect, but I had a strong father in my life. So I have a great footing, and I understand that it takes families to make generations, you know. But I love y'all. Hold on, let me get off real quick. Hold on. She hit you? All right, hold on. Let me get off real quick. I love y'all. Let me deal with this. I love y'all. Ain't nothing in there. It's your big homie, Big Bad A. Thank y'all so much for tapping in and tuning in, man. Till next time, man. Better drink you some kombucha. You better do whatever you can, man. Get you some love. Don't be a simp. Don't be a sucker, man. Be a man. Don't be a buster. Big homie, Big Bad A.